Welcome to News with a View, hosted by me, John A. Costa. Actually going live again today at 3:26 p.m. We're going to go live for about 15 minutes. Governor Tim Walz has declared war on the federal government. He has warned that he is going to use National Guard troops to stop ICE from making arrests and detentions. This is a direct insurrection. This is a panicked and now very frightened Tim Walz, because Tim Walz knows he's going to go to jail. That he will be connected to the fraud going on, and he is going to be arrested and convicted by the federal government. He knows it. To say I'm going to use the state's National Guard against federal agents is a direct threat to the federal government. What Tim Walz is alluding to is civil war. And it's because he is frightened. He knows what's coming down, and he knows that there's a lot of people spilling what they know about Tim Walz. This governor is trying to be a freedom fighter. That's what he's trying to portray himself as, a protector of liberty. This guy, well, let's see, I know who's texting me here. This guy is a menace to his state. The state legislature shouldn't have an emergency meeting and remove him from office. Remove him at once. The shooting that took place in Minnesota by an ICE agent has been looked at by all the media and said, yeah, she was using, the car as a weapon. I'll get to that, Mr. President. Just give me a second. All right? We know what was done. We know who put up these people to act in a violent manner and a confrontational manner against our ICE agents. We know who's doing it. It's the Democrats. It is your Schumers. It's your Jeffries. Soros funding all this. Walz knows that he is not going to have any support from these people. They're going to let him hang out there to dry. They're going to walk away from Walz like they walked away from Biden, like they're walking away from Harris, like they're walking away from Schumer. This guy thinks he's a hero. I bet by Friday he's arrested. And charged with insurrection and held in a federal detention facility. You can't say I'm going to use the National Guard to protect the people while you're then attacking federal agents. It's not going to work. You're not going to inspire anyone but the left, and I mean the far left. The far left. He has to be put down immediately. It can't continue. He is now going to be a major problem for the Democrats in 2026. He's going to be the poster boy of everything that is wrong with the Democrats. Everything. So, now that he has come out, and I mean, you just look at him, this is a deranged individual at this point. He is not even coherent in his thinking. He went from a vice presidential hopeful to not even being able to run for an election in his own state. Because he deceived people. He did not do his job as governor. Thank God Trump won. Can you imagine this stumbling fool, Tim Walz, possibly being the president of the United States in case something had happened to Harris? Unbelievable. Can't make this up. Even if we wanted to make up a scenario against the Democrats, we don't have to make it up. They're doing it for us. The liability of Tim Walz. There is going to be no way a serious member on the Hill is going to say, yeah, well, he's kind of right. No. They're going to say, no. You're going to have people in his own state now saying, this guy's got to go. Got to get him out of here. Got to remove him. And I said I gave Tim Walz a month in my show today. A month that he could possibly survive before he resigns. Now, I say by Monday, he's gone. He will not be able to weather the storm that's coming. He's not smart enough, nor does he have the political clout. No one is going to stand locked arms with Tim Walz. He is going to be a leech. A tick to the Democrats. Unbelievable on him making statements as he made when he knows full well that the young lady who used her car as a weapon was properly dispatched and neutralized. He is not fooling anyone but those that wish to be fooled. Tim Walz threatening to use the National Guard. The National Guard should turn around and go, that's an unlawful order. We're not going to do that. You want to talk about an unlawful order? It's telling national state troops to act against your federal government. Guess what? That's an illegal order. Tim Walz is threatening illegal orders. After all the crying from the Democrats, do not follow an illegal order. There's an illegal order. Illegal aliens are not citizens of any state. So you know that. You moron, Walz. Walz, you're a moron. And anyone that thinks what Walz is doing is correct is also a moron. Doesn't understand the law, doesn't understand how the states act with the federal government and the federal government acts with the states. Tomorrow, if not sooner, Walz is going to be arrested. They will drag him out of his residency, and they'll give him a new one. They're going to let the people on the Hill, and they go, would you use your National Guard against federal agents? No. No. Not in these circumstances that are going on, what Tim Walz is saying? No, absolutely not. Tim Walz is not about freedom. Tim Walz wouldn't understand half the Constitution. This is a very scared man who thought that he could take on Trump and be looked upon as a hero. He's a putz. He's a putz. And he's going to be going to people and asking them for their support. And you might get a Bernie Sanders who, might come out and say, well, I can understand why he was so upset and everything. But I think we have to ratchet down a bit, and I don't even think AOC would get up there and go, Yeah, verbatim, everything he says. You might get someone like a Crockett or Green who would say something stupid like that. Or, Warren. But anyone that wants to stay in politics, this guy is a person non grata. Nope. Nope. Walz, you were looking at a noose, and now literally you put that noose around your neck. And you're so stupid, Walz, that no one will have to kick the chair out from underneath you. You'll just walk off the chair. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Anyone should be calling him out and going, hey, no, you can't do that. That's not a smart thing to do anytime. It's even less smart to do it to a man like Donald Trump. It's unbelievable. I can't even think of the logic of this man. Thinking he's going to tell the president, I'm giving you a warning. Trump is going to take his thumb and this guy will go, come on, help, stand up for me. And people go, oh, no. I got something over here to do right now. They're going to run from this guy. Because people are going to have to go on record now. And you will have your Fox and your Breitbarts going out there and asking Democrats, in your state, would you approve your governor calling out the National Guard against federal agents who are acting in accordance to our policies and immigration laws? And these politicians who go humana, that's going to be played over again. The ones that would say, listen, I have no comment on that because I have no basis, or, they're going to be called out. You're going to have to answer that question. The ones that go, no, I would not endorse using troops, National Guard troops, or the police against any of our federal agencies. And you'll never hear from that will never even make the news. But the ones that stammer and go, well, we're looking at every possibility, those people are going to be slammed. Unless they stand up and go, no, I would not support actions, like he's saying to do, under these same circumstances. And the circumstances that this woman put herself into to be shot. No, I would not. And end it. Unbelievable. All right, I'm going to put this up unedited, raw, and it goes out. All right. As I fade to black.